Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to repair some steps. These are steps in a woodland, as you can quite clearly see, and these ones here, well, there weren't any, or if they were, they disappeared. Now what I'm using here is, obviously you have a bar that goes across to hold the soil in, and something you can hit in to wedge it. These are iron stakes, but you can equally use wooden stakes, although iron stakes will last longer. So the first thing you need to do is, you can see here, I've dug out a channel in order to put the front bit of the step on, the bit that holds the soil. Then what I've done is, at a bit of a distance, I've put in the two stakes, only to leave enough room for the holding board, piece of wood, whatever it is you're going to use, and put them in not too far down, just enough, slightly higher than you need it to go. And then what you do is you stand back and you have a look to see if they're level. Now I know those aren't, but that's going to go down further. So then what you need to do is to measure the length that you need across, and then go and find a bit of wood that'll fit it. Then once you've cut that, bring it back and offer it up to the posts, and then you can make your adjustments as and when. I mean, as you can see, I'm going to have to dig a little bit out of that side. I'm going to try and get it slightly lower, because if you look, that's quite a high step there. I want to get it a little bit lower down. Okay, well I think I've got that at a height I want it actually. I may put it slightly more down, but I'm not too sure that I will. Make sure you have yourself a handy lump hammer. I think this one's a £4 one, and also the trusty mattock, which is one of the best tools you can have in the garden, and a hand pruning saw is really useful, because quite often the wood you're going to be using for the front bit of the step will have been outside for some time. And a saw like that, a pruning saw that's capable of cutting green wood, is what you need, because green wood will have a lot of moisture in it, as will something that's been outside. So I'm going to make some little adjustments. Now it's never an ideal situation when you're repairing something that's already been done, but you just got to make the best of what you can do. Now that step's finished, so basically what you need to do with steps, certainly woodlands and certainly stone steps, because obviously soil steps will sink a bit, but what you need to do is make sure they angle towards the back of the step. So in other words, this bit at the front needs to be slightly higher than the bit at the back, and that way you don't slip forward. It holds you, so because the step will be, that's an exaggerated angle, but it'll be like that rather than like that. So that's what I'm trying for. So there's quite a bit of a ridge in here, but I do have to adjust this section here, which is going to be slightly more complicated, but it might not be, because I mean the reason I say that is because the end of that step is there, and if you follow that up, that comes to there, and as you can see, that makes a bit of a distance. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hoik that lot out, and then put another step along there, and then obviously I don't need to do that quite as long, but then there is a stone there, so I don't know how far that goes down. But that's one thing you need to remember. But as you can see, I've got different coloured, different thickness of stake there. just in case some of the thicker ones don't go in, because under here is limestone and you never know when you're going to hit a massive rock. That's the next step to do, if you pardon the pun. And now, just to demonstrate what I was saying earlier, here is the channel that I've put at the front of this. So it's that one there. So now I'm going to hit some stakes in and try and keep them as high as I can. I think I want to get them so the height is midway between that step and that step. I do a lot of my work by eye. I don't measure. That's just how I do it. Unless I need to measure, but my eye is pretty accurate. Now, you shouldn't really hold anything with gloves on, but I do. I just thought I'd show you what goes into hitting these down. Okay, as you can see, or not, where's that one? Just behind that lump there, and the other one just there. They're almost, the one on the right needs to go down a little bit, but first of all I'm going to go and find myself a piece of board. So to do that, I'm going to estimate. So I think I need between 3 and 4 of my spans. Okay, I've found a route I need to cut out, but aside from that I'm just sort of raking a back slope on them. But there is a little issue, and that's this one's falling apart. I don't know how that's held in. Maybe I'll quickly find a piece to put across there and just wedge it in with one of these little stakes. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. It's so difficult when you're dealing with stuff that's already there. Doing anything from fresh is easy, isn't it? Okay, so I've cut the last but one of our reclaimed decking. Now I've put the stakes in there. I'm going to hack out, and that is the technical term, the rotten bit of wood there, and put one of those in. So I'm hoping to actually build that step up a bit, because I've got some soil I need to use up. Right, now I've reached a point, and this is crucial in a lot of jobs. It's time for a cup of tea. Or coffee. Well, I haven't done the route because I got sidetracked and did that board. So it's looking good, isn't it? It's coming together. There we are, job done. I ended up having to do that step. Thought while I'm there, might as well do them all, because I'll only need doing in a few weeks probably. Hope you found that useful. Thanks for watching. Join me next time. See you later. Ta-da!